and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Good morning, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. We're coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Madeline, and I'm here with Barb, and today we'll be talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're really glad you've joined us today. We're sure you will find today's topic not only interesting, but informative as well. Hello, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we will be talking about, you guessed it,
everything holistic.
We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. We're also streaming live at kfnx1100.com and on our Facebook page, Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. Our shows also are available after they air here on our YouTube channel, The Place of Spiritual Wisdom. Happy last weekend of February. Unfortunately, we are freezing to death.
Well,
this is not normal.
No, it isn't. It's not fun either.
No, and even tourists that I've run into are a little disappointed.
I don't blame them.
But I did talk to one who was suntanning Wednesday near the hotel pool.
Oh my!
So it may be cold for us, but others appreciate this.
Is she from Alaska?
No, Canada.
Oh well. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, anything is warmer than Canada.
Absolutely.
If you're listening at home or in your vehicle, we're really glad that you joined us today. And we want to thank everyone who listened to our previous shows and contacted the Place of Spiritual Wisdom for information about available services. The Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a psychic, spiritual, and holistic wellness center located in Sun City, just south of Grand Avenue on 103rd Avenue. We are in the Sun City Professional Building at 12630 North 103rd Avenue in Suite 244, which is accessible by elevator and stairs. Just to bring you up to date on what we're doing over at the center, this afternoon is the color therapy workshop where science and spirituality come together. It is an excellent workshop. Colors are not just colors. There's more to them. We are closed on Monday, so please don't stop by. Tuesday at 10, we have the Course in Miracles discussion group, as we do every Tuesday morning. And at 10 o'clock also is my basic numerology 101 class. In the afternoon, I will have my numerology 2.0 for people who've managed their way through the complicated basics of 100, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. Also, we have a psychic awareness class that begins on Tuesday at 1. That's a two-parter, and this is where we assist you in identifying your psychic gifts. 6:30 on Tuesday evening, we have a class on how to see auras. Wednesday is our intuitive art workshop. You don't have to be an artist because Laura will help bring out your intuitive abilities. On Thursday at 11, we have our Women of Wisdom support group. At 6:30 on Thursday is our Reiki Rendezvous Reiki Share for Reiki practitioners. Friday, of course, is our weekly coffee and cosmic conversation, a get-together of like-minded individuals who discuss spiritual topics. There is no discussion allowed about politics, religion, or taxes in any of our events. And on Saturday is our monthly Psychic Saturday Intuitive Fair, where we bring together psychics and mediums and Reiki masters and energy healers and our aura photographers available. So it's going to be a one-stop shop for what you want to do. We also have a lending library, which keeps expanding. It is open officially every Friday from 1 to 4, but you can take books out at other times. And we accept donations of books and media for spiritual, metaphysical, and holistic wellness topics. And that's how our library started, because somebody had a bunch of books and didn't know what to do with them. And we said we'd take them. That'll show us.
Yeah.
The Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a safe place for spiritually minded people to gather, socialize, and network. And our psychics and mediums are also available for private sessions, parties, and large events. And last Saturday, we had a wonderful private party with 20 people in attendance. We had psychic readings and aura photos and snacks and beverages, and it
Boy.
was a blast. So we do that also. If you want more information about our classes and events, please call our office at 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. Or you can go to our website, theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com, and our events are listed on our calendar. Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, KFNX 1100. If you want to call into the show, we do have lines open. It's 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. Or you can call 1-866-536-1100. And we want to thank all of our supporters to let you know that our contract for our show has been extended another 13 weeks. So you'll be hearing more about Everything Holistic until the summer, at least.
All right.
Yeah, and of course, we're going to start off with our weekly words of wisdom.
Yes.
And here's our deck. I did shuffle this.
Okay.
If you draw the same cards again,
What'll you do to me?
I'm going to tell you to draw more cards.
Okay.
We can't
And you know
repeat
what? We do this every week, and it's part of our ritual. So bear with us. We got a caller.
Oh,
Yippee.
very good.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
The key to getting what I want is to ask for it.
Wow. What a
Mhm.
concept. I like that one.
Yeah.
You know, so many
like it
times we
too.
just think about things and we don't want to
Well,
really act on it. And
ask for it.
ask for it. I like that.
Gimme.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good one. I'm going to remember that one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do have a special guest today.
Mhm.
We have Alicia Sweezer, who is a very gifted psychic. And I'm going to have Barbara tell everybody about her. And then we're going to have a wonderful program.
Alrighty. Alicia Sweezer. She has a Bachelor of Science degree of wildlife biologist from Michigan State University. She's a psychic medium. She's an animal communicator and pet psychic, an energy healer, and a motivational speaker. She also provides intuitive readings and performs space and personal clearings. She's a national certified practitioner of access consciousness bars. Oh, I kind of know a little bit about that. Yeah. As a child, she knew she was different from those around her, but she had yet to learn how. Over her lifetime, she learned to interpret and use all the information being presented to her through a variety of forms. She loves connecting with nature, with spiritual, like-minded people, and she loves being of service. Using her brilliant intuitive and healing talents, she allows her clients to connect with the truth of who they really are and helps them bring their unique gifts and light to the world. Alicia is available for private sessions as well as group events. And to learn more about Alicia and her services after the show, you can visit her website, which is www.whoknewhealing.com. Is that correct? Okay, I'm just making sure I'm reading it right. Oh, there, it's in parentheses. Who knew healing? Oh, I guess Madeline put that there for me in case I couldn't figure out what what that meant. Okay, or you can call her. You can call her at 623-670-2192. That's 623-670-2192. And that's our story about Alicia.
Yes, and we want to welcome Alicia. We are going to have a break, and we are going to get with Alicia and learn more about her. And we do have a caller, Danny from Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah, so please hang on, Danny. We will get to you, honest.
I bet he's calling about Ruby.
Ruby.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't that Danny.
Okay, well,
We'll see.
Stay with us for more conversation. We're going to be talking with Alicia Sweezer, and she is a psychic medium and pet psychic. And we're talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
All righty. So
We'll be back.
we've got a few minutes here to wait till we go into our commercial.
Oh, not a few minutes.
So, well, seconds.
Seconds.
I guess. I don't know.
And yeah, so we have Alicia who said it's easier to communicate with the deceased pets than with the live ones because they don't want to talk to you.
Sometimes the live ones don't, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we're going to commercial.
Yes, of course.
Sometime.
We have to have those.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll be back. Don't go away.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-327-1660. That's 800-327-1660. Again, 800-327-1660.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
Hi, the Charlie Gracie Radio Show is broadcasting live on Mondays at 11 a.m. from Phoenix, Arizona on 1100 a.m. KFNX Independent Talk. And we're streaming live online at the same time. Our show provides you with information from all types of businesses that will be calling in, along with professionals in a variety of different backgrounds. Tune in and join us on Mondays at 11 a.m.
Interest rates are still low. Refinance today and pay off credit card debt, car and home improvement loans, or even cash out. Credit scores down to 500 accepted with no lender fees. Call Mark Field, Arizona Mortgage Loan Originator of the Year at 602-241-2500. That's 602-241-2500. NMLS 965030. Barrett Financial Group. NMLS 181106. AZMB 0904774. Equal housing lender.
Do you get tired of being right? I'm tired of being right, and I'm tired of people not listening to us be right. We are correct. Sometimes it's a burden to constantly be so completely correct on so many things.
Dana Lesh, afternoons at 12 p.m. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. America in the morning. Mornings at 6 a.m. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. The home of America in the morning. News you won't get anywhere else. Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.
Hello and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. Thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. For those of you who have just joined us, our special guest today is Alicia Sweezer. And we are discussing all kinds of topics about spirituality. If you have a question, please call us at 602-277-5369. And we do have a caller, Danny from Phoenix. Hi, Danny. How are you today?
Good.
Good. What is your question?
Well, my question is for the psychic that you have as a guest today.
Mm-hmm.
And Barb, your psychic
How about
abilities are
that?
kicking in too.
All right, I
Because this
see that.
is the Danny
Yeah.
you were thinking of.
I know. I don't know how I knew it, but I did. I mean, I really felt like it was.
Well, you're
I could
using your
feel
psychic
you,
ability.
Danny. I could feel you.
You can feel it.
Okay, well, Alicia's ready for you.
Yes. What I would like to ask, I have a 19-year-old cat, and she doesn't pee in the box.
Uh-oh.
She gets in the box, so her little butt is sticking outside the box, so she'll pee outside of the box. And this is something, well, she's been doing it about a year now, and I don't know why she started doing that. I don't think it's just an odd thing, and I'd like to have her stop it if I can, because it's just more messy if she's not using the box correctly. And I'm just hoping that maybe you would be able to let me know what's really going on. Because, as far as the usual things, I'm pretty sure it's not a behavioral thing or a revenge thing or anything like that. It's just something she just started doing. And I can't quite figure out why she's not using the box correctly. Because she'll go to the box, like I said, uses it, but she's not quite in the box enough to be in it.
Yeah. But does she do other stuff outside the box too?
No.
She doesn't
But I mean,
do her bowel movements outside the box. Does she get them in the box?
she gets those in the box, yes.
And it's just her urination.
Urine. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only within the
Interesting.
past year.
About the past year, I can't quite, remember when it started, but
And is it
you
all
know.
the time, Danny? Every
All-
time?
pretty much every time, yes.
Wow.
Alicia.
We're saying, because we're not pet psychics. We don't know.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, Danny. With animals, I always do recommend, because no psychic is 100% accurate, and particularly when there's urination issues, is to always rule out anything medical. So I don't know if you have taken her to the vet to look for.
I had done
Okay,
that.
perfect.
She went in for a checkup, and especially since she's elderly. And she's great for her age. She's really healthy.
Yeah, that's what she was, I can feel her and she's still very happy, very healthy. I didn't get that it was a medical, but I still always like to tell people to have it checked out.
Sure.
What she doesn't like where the box is. There's something about the space where, and I get it, right? Because you're like, the box has probably been there a long time and we're like, why did they change? Nothing's going
actually,
on.
no. I have moved the box. That was one of the things that, I did my own research as far as, I'll say, the usual things, behavioral things, this, that, and the other. And that doesn't seem to be the case either.
Yeah, there's something about, because I can feel her in the box, and there's something about the energy on one side of the box that she really doesn't like. She doesn't feel comfortable there. So I would recommend moving the box to a new location.
Well, I don't have too many locations I could move it to. I already tried 3. Is it
And
the box?
And every
itself?
time?
Do you think if I replace the box, a different box or a different kind of box?
When she shows me the picture, I can see her, standing there like she's about to do her business, and, her back end kind of hanging out. And so if I was looking at the box from the front, it feels like it's on the right-hand side of the box. So whatever that energy is of, if you're looking at the box straight on, whatever's on the right-hand side, she does not like the energy that is in, whether that's a corner or whatever. She does not like the energy that's there.
Okay, so it's actual location, not the box itself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I bought pet pads and I put those outside the box now to not make it a big ordeal for me to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And location, I can't really do much more than I already have location-wise. Well, okay, then we'll just continue what we're doing.
Yeah, there's something, I don't know if maybe you can change it just feels very right-sided of whatever's on the right side of that box. So, I would clear are you able to clear your house? Like, can you sage your house? And I would really, really focus on the right side of her box, because there's just some energy there.
Well, I will sage. I regularly sage my house just because of the work I do myself. but I will certainly try to sage the box in particularly.
Yeah, because there's
See if
just
that-
something on the right side of wherever it is that she just is really not comfortable with.
So when you're saying something, you're talking more of an energy rather than, I just don't like that.
Yes, I can feel the energy on that side of the box that she's not comfortable with.
Okay. Let's give that a try. That would be something I hadn't thought of that way.
Well, she's
Okay,
telling you she's not
wonderful.
happy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm glad she's happy that she still uses the box.
Oh,
Yes.
thank the
or
good
that
Lord. Yeah.
vicinity rather than, okay, I'm going to use this.
Yeah, now I'm not going to
area.
use anything and see how you like that, Danny.
That's right.
Exactly.
They can be very picky.
Yes, I
Oh,
know.
and she's 19 years old.
bless her
Yeah.
heart.
Wow.
Well,
Yes.
she feels amazing, Danny, just so you know, like when I check into her body, she feels absolutely lovely.
Oh.
So you
And she really is. She's a good cat. That's why I figured this is nothing really behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, what's going on here? What changed?
Well.
So anyhow, okay.
Great. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Danny. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you. You're welcome.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening to our show.
Yes, wonderful.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb. We're on Independent Talk Radio, 1100 KFNX. Animals are so intriguing. How did you realize you could communicate with them?
It's funny. I always was attracted more to animals than people. Like even as a kid, it used to drive my mom nuts because I never played with dolls and I only wanted to play with my stuffed animals.
Oh.
And people would buy me dolls and I would like chuck them out and I'd be like, I got my stuffed animals. And I was just always more attracted to animals. Like it's just where I spent all of my time. And we had, thankfully my parents were allowing in that because I had a whole menagerie of creatures come through the house.
Oh.
And as a kid, I just didn't know. I just thought everyone's like, "Oh, you're always so good with animals. All the animals that no one like or that they don't like people, they always find you." And
Yeah.
you just think that's what it is. And I knew that I always wanted to be a wildlife biologist. Like I knew when I grew up, that's the career I wanted to have. It really wasn't till about I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or what, that I started to realize that how I talked to them was different than how other people talk to them.
Oh.
Because I didn't know, because when they're always around you and it's something you just automatically do, you don't really know that it's different. And so like when my second horse was born, he was a year old before I realized he didn't know his name because I never said it.
Oh,
Because he was always with me and I didn't realize what we were doing. And then I looked at him one day and I was like, you don't know your name. The other horse, he knew it within like 30 seconds of being born. But this one, because we had a special connection. And then that's when I was like, oh, this is different than other people. And so that's when it sort of came into like the front of my consciousness that what I did was a little bit different.
and you mentioned that it's easier to communicate with the past ones than with the present ones.
It is. It's funny because, it's kind of the same with people. It's like when we cross over and we go back to love and light, all of our judgments and our limiting points of view, everything that we had here when we were in the, human experience, let go. And the same things happen with animals. And a lot of times here, animals. Okay, do I keep going?
Keep going.
Animals, when they find someone that can talk to them in this particular way, they're always a little surprised and then they get excited and then they're like, well, wait, I don't know if I want you to tell my people all of this stuff.
Oh.
So it really is about forming the relationship with them and gaining their trust and then having, it's all about facilitating. I'm just the instrument. And so you get to facilitate the relationship between the humans and the animals.
Well, we're going to be talking more with Alicia Sweezer about animals and other things that she's involved with.
Yeah.
We do want to let you know that you're listening to Everything Holistic, and we will be back in a few minutes. So stay tuned. We shall return.
Enjoy the music.
Common sense. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX, the true voice of Arizona. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Some humanitarian aid has arrived in Venezuela. Correspondent Isasaurus.
A truck from Brazil has made its way into Venezuela. So this is U.S. aid truck that had been on the side of the Brazilian border that has now come in to Venezuela.
The Venezuelan National Guard fired tear gas on protesters at the border with Colombia. Singer R. Kelly is due in a Chicago courtroom today for a bail hearing on sex abuse charges. Correspondent Sarah Seidner.
We have been hearing from attorney Michael Avenatti. He is representing 6 clients, he says, who are in some way connected or involved in the case. We know that 2 of those clients, he says, are whistleblowers who say that they can prove that R. Kelly tried to obstruct justice in the 2008 trial where he was acquitted.
Kelly's attorney has accused all of the women of lying and says that his client will be vindicated. I'm Ann Cates.
From the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center for this morning, a clear sky, sunny today with a high of 56. Mainly clear tonight, low 34. Sunshine Sunday, high 64. Monday sunny, high 68. Sunny Tuesday, high 72. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi from the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center.
Currently in downtown Phoenix, it's 48 degrees.
Next news in 30 minutes or when it breaks. Here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City, we can help you find your path. We offer psychics, mediums, holistic wellness practitioners, classes, and events. For more information, call 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. Or go to theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com.
Good times, good friends, and cold drinks. And that's what it's all about. Arena Sports Grill at 64th Street in Bell has been North Scottsdale's friendliest sports bar since 1998. There is always something going on in Arena. Taco Tuesdays with a pool tournament starting at 7 p.m., Wine Wednesdays, half-off bottle of wine and $11 one-topping pizzas, all-you-can-eat fish fry Fridays, and the best prime rib dinner with all the fixins on Saturdays. It's Arena Sports Grill. Food, sports, games, and fun.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
Don't you understand how this works? Socialism is a great system until you run out of other people's money. This is how it works. You need an incentive to get to work every day.
The Savage Nation with Michael Savage, afternoons at 5 p.m. right here on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.
Max, what's wrong? Is it a coyote? Oh, it's the new copy of the Phoenix Dog Magazine. Is that what you meant to say? Thanks, Max, for letting us know. Get more information about the Phoenix Dog Magazine by calling 602-418-8939 or visit phoenixdog.net. That's 602-418-8939 or visit phoenixdog.net.
Listen to Healthy House Call, Arizona's most popular live wellness talk radio show, featuring functional and integrated medicine, right here on Independent Talk, KFNX 1100 AM. Sponsored by Healthy Habit Health Foods. Come visit The Real Deal.
Tune in for Weekend Talk That Matters, only on KFNX.
Hello, and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, Everything Holistic. And we're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. We want to thank you for joining us today. And for those who just tuned in, our special guest today is Alicia Sweezer. She is a psychic medium. She is a pet psychic, an animal communicator, and she's an author, and she does all kinds of things. And we have open lines if you want to ask a question. The phone to call is 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. I do want to mention a couple of things before we get back with Alicia. The music that you're hearing on the show is composed and performed by Barbara. She was a very gifted musician, and she's a psychic intuitive and an intuitive music healer. She has recorded some of her music, so if you're interested, just give us a call at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom at 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. And also to mention that on Saturday, April 6th, we will have our West Valley Psychic and Wellness Expo in Sun City. It is, again, Saturday, April 6th from 9 to 4. Admission is just $5, and we have psychics and mediums for readings, holistic wellness practitioners, related merchandise for sale, free lectures, goodie bags, and Alicia Sweezer will be there.
But don't bring your animals, right?
No, you can bring a photo.
Picture.
Yes, we would love to have your animals, but it could be a problem. So yeah, mark that again, the calendar, Saturday, April 6th. It's going to be at the Sun City Lodge on 107th Avenue, just north of Union Hills Drive. And back to Alicia. I have so many questions to ask you about pets, but I do want to mention a few other things that you do. You are an Access Consciousness Bars practitioner. Why don't you tell us what that is?
So Access Consciousness Bars is Gary Douglas is the creator of Access Consciousness, and bars is one of the techniques that he came up with. It's 32 points on your head that are, when touched lightly, release all of our judgments, our triggers, our points of view, anything that we're holding on to that limits us. So there's points that range from money, creativity, joy, sadness, healing. It's actually a scientifically proven technique, which is, being a former scientist was always a big deal to me. There's been multiple studies done on it. And for myself alone, I've been doing it for a couple of years, and my anxiety has gone down. I sleep much better. I used to be one of those people, because of past trauma, I was always scanning. When you walk into a room and you're always scanning to see. I realized that I no longer do that anymore. And the clients and the friends that I run it on, they have such a sense of peace afterwards. And it's one of those techniques that it's different every time for every person, even me. So it's kind of hard to explain, but change does happen. So
now, what do you do with these points?
Yeah, what do you do?
you just you just hold them. Like, so if you would be what it looks like is you're laying on a massage table, and I just, on both sides of your head, the points match up. And that's why it's called bars, because when I touch the points above your ears on both sides of your head, there's a bar of energy that goes through your brain.
Okay.
And Dr. Fannin, who is a neuroscientist here in Phoenix, actually did a study where he put the helmets on people, so he could he was able to show the changes in the brain waves and the differences that it made in the brain when someone was getting their bars run. And the cool thing is it not only works on the person that's getting them run, but it works on the person that runs them as well. So, when the sentence is when you give a session, you get a session, because all of the things that person that you're working on is releasing, you release as well. It's a really powerful technique.
Pretty interesting.
Oh, wow. And how long does a session generally last?
About an hour.
About an hour.
Wow.
And if you ever decide you want to become a practitioner, it's a one-day class. There's lots of facilitators here in the Valley, so you can always contact me, and I can put you in touch with one. I used to teach it. I no longer do, but there are some great facilitators here in Phoenix that can teach people how to do it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And of course, the information is on your website.
Yes.
And your website again is, since now Barbara knows it.
Oh, let me get my goggles on here. It's whoknewhealing.com. Of course, it's www.whoknewhealing.com.
And how did you come up with that name?
It's funny because it's spelled, because it's who, W-H-O, and then it's new, so K-N-E-W.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking about it one day when I was like, oh, do I need a name for my business? You know how you do all that kind of process. Sure. And they came to me like, who knew? Because I used to be, and I still am, very scientific minded and very logical. And there was people who said, you won't ever be able to be as psychic as you want to be because you're so science minded. And I was like, whatever. And but it's true. I used to, so who knew that a scientist could be metaphysical? Who knew that the girl, who loves analytical puzzles can talk to animals? And so it's just who knew?
Well, who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? That makes sense. Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. We do have lines open if you want to call in, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369.
I want to ask her something. On those spots on your head, do they hurt sometimes?
If a lot of energy is being released, it's not painful, but if you feel a lot of energy being released, then all you do is you take your hands, you just move your hands and then it lessens up.
But I'm talking like if you were, just say, you're like rubbing your head and you find these sore spots here and there. Is that indicative of that you got to deal with your bars?
No.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Never mind.
Okay. In my personal point of view, I would say no. And this is why I can say that, because
all right,
the people that run my bars, it's always fun for them because I've had 5 head injuries. And so when someone puts their hands on my head, of course, my brain and my skull is like, oh, I want you to touch me here and I want you to touch me there. But the bars are set points. So they're always like, and I'm like, no, it's just, you get, because this is a very structured technique. So I'm like, nope, just put, where the bars are, just put your hands there. You just have to ignore what my body's telling you for the rest of it.
That's interesting.
So yeah, it's set points.
And there's bars that pertain to money situations.
There's bars for money. There's 32. So there's money, creativity, creating life forms.
Oh, wow.
Form and structure, hopes and dreams, awareness, healing, body, sexuality, joy, sadness, peace and calm, time and space, communication. That's most of them. It's a lot.
Now, I have a question about that. I don't mean to interrupt Barbara, but before I forget, because I can't remember a lot of things anymore. How often do you need this type of a session? Yeah. Is it a one-time that it works, or do you need continuing?
So here's the thing. If we were able to release, I'm however old I am, if I was able to release all of those years in one session, that would be great. But I'm not. So it really depends on each person. Like I get mine run a lot because I trade with other practitioners. But I completely understand that if you're paying for a session, I always invite everyone to follow their intuition. I have friends who, they'll say certain things. They'll be like, oh, I know when I start doing this, that it's time to have my bars run. And they'll call me. So it really is up to each person. But I do, like I said, I get mine run as often as possible because I'm always, I'm still here having the human experience. So I'm still limiting myself, or I'm still having a judgment, or, and that's what's so cool about animals is you can't run bars on animals because they always live in the moment. They live in the present. They don't hold on to anything. So it's not a technique that gets done on animals.
Oh. So I'm curious if, say, how do you know after you're done with the session, how does your client know that it's done any good?
So this is where, because it's so different for each person each time, my stuff shows up gradual. So it would be over time. I would be like, oh, I don't do that anymore. There are people that get up off the table and instantly they're like, oh my gosh, I feel, 10 years later, like this whole issue I was thinking of is gone. I wish I had the science part of me would love to have a really structured answer for that, but we don't. And here's the key. If you get your bars run, don't go looking for the change, because the more you look for it, you will not find it. Just let the space be there, and then you'll see what it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not really for somebody who wants the one session quick fix. It takes time for this to settle in and appear and manifest itself.
Like I said, there are people who get up and they feel instantly different. It's like I said, it's crazy. It's different with each person.
Well,
we're so interesting.
It is. We're really enjoying this conversation. I am. It definitely. We do have a phone line open. It's 602-277-5369. We're going to commercial break, so stay with us. We'll be back with Everything Holistic on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
It's a new year. Welcome to the year 2019. And you're always welcome at Camelback Toyota. Drive your dream car out the door. Our January incentives are here to help with a 2019 Camelback Toyota Tacoma, $1,000 cash back, or $259 a month to lease with $29.99 due at signing. The 2019 Highlander, $1,500 cash back, or $289 a month with $29.99 due at signing. And the 2019 Camelback Tundra, the beautiful Camelback Toyota Tundra, BC or Crew, we have an APR 0.9% for 60 months or $1,500 cash back. These and so much more are on the showroom floor right now. So let's go places. Come on down to Camelback Toyota, just around the corner of 16th Street, Camelback. Look us up on Facebook. Go to CamelbackToyota.com or call 602-264-2841. Happy New Year, Camelback Toyota. Let's enjoy it all together.
AMI Diamonds and Jewelry. Guaranteed wholesale prices to the public on all diamonds, gems, pearls, and jewelry. That's 60 to 80% off retail prices or more, which makes it the perfect place for price hunting. Located at Cactus and Tatum across from Paradise Valley Mall, AMI Diamonds and Jewelry offers highly reliable servicing for all your fine jewelry and watch repairs, as well as bead and pearl stringing. The owner is a global diamond specialist, obtaining investment-grade GIA-certified fine-quality diamonds for a small commission, thus making them a sparkling commodity that you can see, touch, and enjoy. Diversify, invest, make a statement, and enjoy portable wealth. AMI Diamonds also buys gold, gems, pearls, diamonds, and fine jewelry. AMI Diamonds pays out some of the best values for your items in the Phoenix area. You'll be satisfied working with professionals who each have over 40-plus years of experience in the jewelry trade. Same-day service available. Stop in today. AMI Diamonds, a family business with a very friendly environment. AMI Diamonds. Call today, 602-923-8200. 602-923-8200.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. As long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
You're not just quitting for yourself. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Hello, and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, Everything Holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. And we're glad you joined us today. We're talking with our special guest, Alicia Sweezer, about all kinds of things. And we do have open lines if you want to call in, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. You are an author, as well as all of the other wonderful talents you have. Why don't you tell us about the book? And yes, that's the book. And let us know how you decided to write it and what's in it.
So I had a chance. The book is called When I Rise, I Thrive. And it was published here locally by a woman named Kira Schaefer, and the publishing company is As You Wish Publishing. And it's a collaborative book. There's about 60 authors. And there was a call out for authors, and I had seen it, and lots of my friends were like, oh, you should write. And I was like, you're crazy. I'm not an author. And about 2 days before the deadline, I woke up and the universe said very, very loudly, you better write something down. And so I spent the day writing my story that's in this book. And I don't know what other authors look like when they write, but it was not like a joyous, pretty process. There was like arguing and there was crying. And so I wrote the story, and it's basically a story about me. And luckily it was right before the deadline, because if there would have been more time in between, I would have gone back and edited it like 9,000 times. And you're only allowed 600 words, which is really hard to fit a transformational story into 600 words. It's not even a page. But then I was chosen, and six weeks later, the book was published and I was an author and we did a launch event. And it really, when you follow that voice of the universe, it can take you places that you never thought you would go, and that can be magical. And so I'm so grateful to be a part of this, because this book, I did it. We read it in my book club, and one of the women said it changed her life. So there's stories in there from, being able to overcome abuse and divorce and other amazing transformations. We have a 10-year-old gentleman. He's one of the authors of the book. There's some amazing poetry in there.
Oh, wow. Like, it's quite inspirational.
It is. There's, excuse me, there's many, many stories. And so if you think, oh, this isn't, because I don't normally even read these kinds of books.
Okay.
But there's really a story in there for anyone.
And when it says, when I rise, I thrive.
Mm-hmm.
When I rise my consciousness, when I rise my human behavior, when I do something like become a better person, then I thrive. Is that what that means? I don't even know if that's what it means, but
I didn't choose the title, but for me, what it means is,
Okay.
when we actually step into who we came here to be,
Uh-huh.
and we rise, and I use this analogy of being a lighthouse, and it's like, so when we are the lighthouse, and when we stand firm and we shine, and we are who we came here to be, we thrive.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a reminder, you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb, and we're on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. We have with us Alicia Sweezer. We have a few minutes left. We can take a phone call if you want to call in. That's 602-277-5369. And also, when the show is over, if you want to contact Alicia, you can call her at 623-670-2192. I am fascinated with what you're telling us about the pets, about the brain. How did you switch from scientific to metaphysical?
So my career as a wildlife biologist ended as a result of some injuries. And it took me a few years to be able to recover from those injuries. And through, when you have a lot of downtime, you get to, spend time looking at your life and what you want to do next. And what I started to realize is that, I had turned a lot of my gifts off when I was younger because of my childhood wasn't really conducive to being a super empathic child.
Oh.
And, and what I didn't realize is that I was using these gifts all along. My whole life I vacillated from, is there something wrong with me, to everybody's like this. And when I was being a biologist, I thought that's how everybody was doing it. I thought they could feel how, stuff was going. I just thought that's how we all did it. So it really was one of those moments where sort of, this is a belief I have, where the universe course corrects. It's like, okay, you're done with this part, so now we're just going to pick you up and we're going to put you on this other path. And my consciousness started to really awaken, and I was able to see and remember all of these things that I'm able to do. And I really wanted to just be of service in a different way. So even, and I still love being science minded, because when I'm working on a client, I had anatomy classes. I did, I still have all the science part where I can read their body in a different way, which I really, really love. And if you would have told me even 10 years ago, I would own my own business and this is what I would be doing, I would have laughed. But there isn't anything I would trade about the life that I have now, and being able to do this and facilitate people and to have greater joy in their lives.
That's wonderful.
Great. You have a meetup group?
I do.
Tell us about it, because if people didn't know you, they wouldn't know anything about how to find the meetup group.
Yep. So I have a meetup group. That's where I post my classes. Most of them are held at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom that, Madeline owns. It's a wonderful place. Please come visit. They have amazing people. And it's a wonderful place to have your classes. So if you're looking for a classroom, it's called Who Knew I Knew is the name of my meetup. So if you type that in, it's meetup.com, Who Knew I Knew. And the picture I have there, it's a quote by someone else, but it says, don't let the tamed ones tell you how to live. And for me, I spent a majority of my life allowing that to happen, and I no longer live in a box. So I wanted people to see that and it to inspire them. So yes, if you're looking for events that I have or classes, that's the best place to find them, is on the meetup site.
And Say that one more time where it is.
It's meetup.com, and then it's / who knew I knew.
And
Okay.
yes, and you have remarkable workshops. Why don't you mention a couple of them?
So one that I do pretty regularly is called it's called what is it? There's a title, I call it, and then there's the real title. It's Energy Tools Only Superheroes Know. So it's really, if you're an intuitive or an empathic person, when I started to learn these tools, my life became so much easier because I didn't know how to release the things I was, feeling from other people. And so I turned it into a class, and I think I about teach it once a month, and I've just expanded it into a 2-part class. And it's just simple, easy tools that you can learn to function in this world in a completely different way, and to use your intuition, and to have just some more ease and grace. So that's one of my absolute favorite ones to teach. And then I was doing a 4-hour receiver workshop, and because that's just one of the things in this world we don't do very easily is receive. And it's
4-hour receiver. Oh boy.
Yes. So but I'm actually going to be turning that into a 2-hour class so that we can reach more people. Because receiving is, it's like the card that you pulled, right? Ask for what you want, but if we're not in a place of being able to receive it, that's our part of the deal.
Yeah.
And so
exactly.
So
that's why I said 4 hours. Is that?
Well, because it sometimes takes that long to get people through the beginning to the end of whatever their transformation is. Because it's very vulnerable when we receive.
Exactly. You have to be very vulnerable to do that. Scary to me.
You should come.
I need to. Obviously.
You know where the place is.
Yeah, I do. The place of spiritual wisdom. Yes, I do know where that is.
Definitely.
It's a wonderful place.
And any other workshops you have?
Oh, yeah, I just did this one. I'm going to be doing it again. I also teach a class on how to talk to your spirit guides. So I'll be teaching. I just did it this past Saturday. So I'll be getting that on the calendar with Madeline again real soon. So if you want to learn some tools and get some information on how to be able to talk to your own spirit guides, come on down.
And you also do an evening where you get along with spirit.
Yes, I do. It's called A Date with Spirit. So I have 8 spots. I keep the group very intimate and small, and you can come and ask one question about whatever you would like some feedback on, or you can talk to a past loved one, human or animal.
So go to your website, www.whoknewhealing.com, and that new is spelled KNEW, and you can find out all about her classes. I didn't realize you did so many cool things.
Yeah, we want to thank you, Alicia, for being with us.
Thank you.
We want to thank Barbara, my co-host. We want to thank our board operator, LJ. And, of course, a big thank you to all of you, our listeners. We will return next Saturday morning at 11 when our guest will be Reverend Sheila Leedy, who is a spiritualist, and she will be talking about spiritualism. So until next week, we wish you magical moments and wondrous blessings. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
Goodbye for now, and please drive safely. You've been listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City, we can help you find your path. We offer psychics, mediums, holistic wellness practitioners, class